Hi everybody and welcome to this new video. This is part 2 of the villager district complex, whatever you want to call it. And in this episode I'll be building the trading hall. What you see behind me, that's a slot for one villager, and it looks quite complicated, but it's it will make sense when I explain it. It's just the most complicated part that you see is just one big line running from the bottom to the top. But anyway, let's get started. What you will need for one villager slot is 5 normal rails, 3 power rails, 2 detector rails, 3 redstone blocks, a piston, 5 redstone torches, and 7 redstone dust. Let's grab all of them, and of course you will need some blocks as well. So this is one slot and I'll be building a new slot. So what you do is you start from where you go. Oh yeah, this is very important. You need to build this either to the south or to the east. If this line goes to the west like this, or to the north like this, it won't work. So in this case you can see it on the top right. You can see I'm heading south right now. If you see the F3 menu, if you know that a little bit more, you can see facing south. Anyway, what you do, you start with your redstone blocks, and you place redstone blocks, normal block, and then you go to the side where you want the slot to be. You place redstone block and normal block. You repeat this how many slots you want. Now I'll just build one. On the power trails you place redstone on the redstone blocks you place power trails, and on the normal blocks you just place normal rails. Except only that one, sorry. Only on that one you place a normal rail. On this one, you first go up by one, then you place a detector rail right here, and a rail going to the top. Next, you go left from the detector rail and place a redstone torch, and then you place a piston like this, so when it's extended, it goes on top of the detector rail. Make sure it doesn't destroy it. I recommend, if you build a lot of these, first putting all the redstone torches down, because now in the next one I can just build the new piston on top of the other one. And if you have a redstone torch right here, it will extend. Otherwise you have to place a lot more temporary blocks. Next, you go underneath the detector rail, go down by 2, and then make this little shape and destroy these 2 blocks, so you have it like this. You place a redstone dust on these 2, and a redstone torch on another one right above the normal rail. Then you go to over here and you build 2 blocks out and 1 block up. You can destroy this one, and I recommend using scaffolding for this, going from the bottom to the top, because this is a little bit tricky. But you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks down, destroy all the rest, and place a detector rail on this. Next, go 2 down again, place a redstone dust on this, and a redstone torch to the side. Again 2 down with redstone dust on top. Go to the direction of the rail, go another one and a redstone dust on top, then a block with the redstone torch, again with the block, and again the redstone dust. Then you go 1 back to the other side, and you place a redstone dust 1 block higher, one block higher than the redstone dust, with a torch on top, again a block, and again redstone dust. And this will link up this signal to this redstone torch without interfering with any of the other lines. This is why this is so messy, because it's really hard to get a line that doesn't interfere with either this little system or the other slot. So that's it already done actually. This is where your villager will go, and of course this is where your villager will come in. You may be wondering how the system works. Well, we make use of the system that if you power a curved rail like this, a normal rail, you can switch which direction it goes. So if I destroy this redstone torch, which is powering this redstone rail, it will switch directions. So what happens is, if a minecart with a villager comes off, it goes on top of the this redstone rail, and if this is already blocked, so wait, I'll destroy this for a moment. So if this is also already blocked by this piston, so this piston is for blocking it, so a villager comes up, it can get a little bit up to this onto this detection rail. This detection rail will power this redstone dust, depowering this redstone torch, and making the rail switch from sides. Then when it comes back, it will go to the next slot, and because it's no longer on the detector rail, the rail will go back like this again for the next villager. Now, when the track is not dropped, it goes like this and it falls down. This block is to prevent it from going too far and landing nicely on the spot. This detector rail will notice that the villager is there, powering this redstone dust, depowering this redstone torch, and just sending the line all the way through here, powering this piston so the villager can get through. I'll demonstrate. So you have a villager like this, you power it, and done, and this piston extends. Now if another one comes through, so I'll pick another minecart with a villager and minecart, like this. And if another one comes through, it can get through. You see the piston moving, the track moving, and it can go into the second slot, so it falls down there. Here you can make your trading hall and make it pretty. I don't know, you can use your own design. Next, some finishing touches. Of course, you have to link this up to this line, so this can be a little bit tricky. Let's do it like this, and like this, and it doesn't work anymore, so I'll do it differently. Okay, now it works again. I'll just send it up, like this, and like this. Rails can be a little bit tricky to work with, I know that. And okay, and I'll have something to power it, so it doesn't come to complete stop. So now if you are done with giving the villager a job, you can send it through here and it will also end up like this. I'll quickly go into my survival world, my server actually, and show you what I built over there. So this is my villager trading hall in my survival world. I just have a few villagers, not that many. Farmer, librarian, Fletcher, a few other books for librarians like mending, and then a cleric. But so this is my entire region. It starts off with the villager breeder and then the villager zombification. And this is a little bit messy, but this switch is just for sending them either to the trading hall or to the chamber where you give them a job. And this one is a little bit different. This one either sends them to this side of the trading hall or that side. Why don't just let them go to here, and then if they can't find a spot over here, it goes around and then like that. It's because then you're facing the west side, and you can't be facing the west, if you remember. Now you see I have a little few lines right here. Those are optional, but I'll go back to there to show them either way. What it was nothing special, just a way to get your villagers out of the system when you want to zombify them again or to kill them or whatever. So it's not that hard. You just go down a little. I would recommend going all the way down underneath the entire structure. Place a redstone block, then normal blocks like this, then you go back to the way you came, a redstone block, and then you repeat that, so redstone block, 2 iron of 2 normal, and another redstone block. Then you build it from this point to there. That's important. You place your 2 power trails, and then your normal rails, and again. So what you can do is, if you push them like this, they will fall down, and I don't know why I think you need to place a block, but then you can push them right here, and you can send them back to wherever you want. You can add a lot more to this, like I did there. I had some more logic controls. You can do whatever you want, but this is a very good starting point, I would think. So, if you liked it, or if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing and liking. It would really make my day. I hope you have a good day, and bye!